Hello everyone, Ash here from Full-On, doing a quick react after today's 2-0 loss away to Everton. Frustrating result, a lot to talk about. Uh, it's really starting to get on my nerves. Some of these comments we have to keep constantly making when we're talking about Marco Silva and this Fulham side. Last week's win over Wolves probably papered over a lot of cracks. We were really messy in that game and we got away with it because Wolves were really poor. Today, we lose 2-0. We're lucky it wasn't 5. Our man of the match is probably the offside flag. Defending poor, midfield non-existent, didn't really offer much going forward. The 2 times we did really break through and tried to do something, bit of sloppy play, Marco, I think, got the starting lineup wrong. I really don't want to see this double pivot of Lukic and Sanderberg against teams that aren't completely dominating against us. Lukic is great, but he's a walking yellow card, as proved today. Once he gets a yellow card, he's basically useless because he's a walking second yellow. Sanderberg somehow plays worse when Lukic is on the pitch. I don't know if it's because he goes within himself a little bit because Lukic does all the work. I don't really know why. His reluctance to shoot is frustrating, to say the least. But somehow it's just not working. Those two together just don't work when we're playing against teams where we're not being completely dominated. Some really poor performances today. I thought Leno was not great again. The 2 goals we conceded. The second one, get lobbed by a header that close to goal. He would have been closer to it if he just stood still rather than jumping. Some really frustrating ones. I think Marco got the starting lineup wrong. Marco subs looked good the first couple, and probably a bit unlucky that we had to bring on, Adama from Muniz, who clearly got injured again. Once that sub was made, the game was pretty much over. Because we offered nothing going forward. I feel really sorry for Kevin because 3 or 4 times he created loads of space and opportunity out wide. But when he then went to cross the ball, there was no one in the box, mainly because Rayo was the one who passed the ball to him and then couldn't get up and catch up, and nobody was fast enough to do so. We've got a lot of good players in this squad, a lot of components that really will work, but they're just not working together at the moment. And sadly, I think that falls on Marco. We'll have a lot to talk about in the full review of this game with everyone when we sit down tomorrow night, and it will be out on Monday. Join us for that. There's not really much I can say other than it's a really disappointing result, and yet again we're sat here scratching our heads and working out who really was the person who made those mistakes. Was it the players or the manager?